This is why you need beneficial insects in your garden, and a massive welcome back to Agri Chronicles. I'm your farm friend and I'm thrilled to have you here for the grand finale of our teaching series on the incredible world of beneficial insects. Over the past few weeks, we've been on a proper journey, haven't we? We've delved deep into the lives of these tiny creatures, discovering the massive impact they have on everything from the food on our plates to the health of our gardens. This episode is our big wrap-up, a comprehensive overview that brings everything we've learned together into one cohesive picture. Understanding and actively supporting these little critters is more than just a nice idea. It's absolutely fundamental to sustainable agriculture and creating a thriving, balanced garden ecosystem. They are the unsung heroes, the miniature workforce that keeps nature ticking over beautifully. By getting to know them, we can learn to work with them, reducing our reliance on chemical pesticides and building a healthier, more resilient environment for everyone. It's all about creating a partnership with nature rather than trying to control it. Now, if you're just joining us, you've timed it perfectly for the big picture. But I really do encourage you to go back and watch the previous episodes. We've dedicated entire videos to each group of insects we'll be summarizing today, giving you a much deeper insight into their specific roles and how to attract them. You'll find the links to the full playlist in the description below. Right then, let's get stuck in and celebrate the amazing beneficial insects that share our world. First up, we have the group that most people are familiar with, but their importance can never be overstated: the pollinators. These are the absolute lifeblood of our planet's plant life. Think of them as nature's own little matchmakers. They tirelessly travel from flower to flower, not out of botanical interest, but in search of nectar and pollen for food. In doing so, they perform an incredible vital service. They transfer pollen from the male part of a flower to the female part, enabling fertilization and the production of seeds and fruit. Without them, a huge portion of the food we eat, from apples and strawberries to almonds and coffee, simply wouldn't exist. It's a beautiful, symbiotic relationship that sustains us all. When we say pollinators, the honeybee is often the first image that springs to mind, and for good reason. They are fantastic pollinators, but they are just one part of a much larger, more diverse team. We have the big, fluffy bumblebees, bumbling around the garden, and a vast array of solitary bees, each with their own unique nesting habits and preferences. Then there are the hoverflies, which do a brilliant impression of bees and wasps, butterflies and moths that paint the air with color, and even some species of wasps that get in on the pollinating act. Each one plays a slightly different role, preferring different flowers or flying in different conditions, which is why biodiversity within this group is so critical for a resilient system. To support these essential workers, it's all about providing a continuous supply of food and a safe place to live. Planting a wide variety of flowers that bloom from early spring right through to late autumn ensures there's always something on the menu. Think about different flower shapes and sizes to cater to different types of pollinators. Leaving some areas of your garden a bit wild with long grass, log piles or bare earth provides crucial nesting sites for solitary bees and other insects. It's about creating a welcoming habitat, a service station, and a home for these indispensable garden friends. Next, let's meet the predators, the garden's very own security team. These are the insects that actively hunt and consume other insects, many of which we'd consider pests. They are nature's pest control, working around the clock to keep the bad guys in check. When you see a ladybug munching on aphids, you're witnessing a tiny but crucial battle being won. These predators help maintain a natural balance in the garden, preventing pest populations from exploding and causing widespread damage to your plants. Relying on this natural army means you can dramatically reduce or even eliminate the need for chemical sprays, which often harm beneficial insects as much as they do pests. The variety in this group is just astonishing. We have the iconic ladybug, both in its adult and larval form, which are voracious aphid eaters. Then there are the delicate, ethereal-looking lacewings, whose larvae are nicknamed aphid lions for their ferocious appetites. You've got assassin bugs, damsel bugs, and minute pirate bugs, all of which are generalist predators tackling a wide range of small pests. On the ground, an army of ground beetles and rove beetles scours the soil surface at night, hunting for slugs, snails, and other unwelcome visitors. Even in the air, you have spined soldier bugs, robber flies, and the majestic dragonflies and praying mantises all playing their part in this complex food web. Encouraging these predators is much like encouraging pollinators. It's about providing the right habitat. Many predators, like ladybugs and lacewings, also feed on nectar and pollen as adults, so planting flowers like dill, fennel, and yarrow will attract them. Providing shelter belts or beetle banks, raised strips of grasses and wildflowers, gives ground beetles a place to live and overwinter. A small pond or water feature will attract dragonflies and damselflies. By creating a diverse, slightly untidy garden, you're essentially rolling out the welcome mat for your very own free-of-charge pest control service. Now we move on to a group that is a bit more sinister but incredibly effective, the parasitoids. These are the secret agents of the insect world. Unlike a predator that just eats its prey, a parasitoid has a more intricate life cycle. The adult, often a tiny, non-threatening wasp or fly, will lay its eggs either on or inside a host insect like a caterpillar or an aphid. When the egg hatches, the larva begins to feed on the host from the inside out. It's a bit gruesome, like something out of a sci-fi film, but it's a fantastically efficient and targeted form of pest control. The host insect is kept alive while the parasitoid larva develops, only to be killed when the larva pupates and emerges as an adult. This makes parasitoids incredibly powerful. Biological control agents because they are highly specific. A particular species of parasitic wasp might only target one or a few species of pest, meaning they don't harm other beneficial insects or neutral species in the garden. This targeted approach is something chemical pesticides simply cannot replicate. The most common examples you might encounter are tiny parasitic wasps, which are often so small you'd barely notice them, and tachinid flies, which look a bit like houseflies but are a gardener's best friend. Attracting these microscopic assassins is surprisingly simple. Like many of our other beneficials, the adult parasitoids often feed on nectar from small flowers. Plants in the carrot family, like dill, parsley, and cilantro, and those in the aster family, such as yarrow and cosmos, are perfect. Their small, shallow flowers provide an easily accessible food source for these tiny helpers. By including these plants in and around your vegetable beds, you're creating a refueling station for the adults, encouraging them to stick around, lay their eggs, and get to work protecting your crops. It's a subtle but incredibly powerful way to build resilience into your garden. Right, let's get down and dirty with our next group, the decomposers and soil enhancers. These are the unsung heroes working beneath our feet, the cleanup crew and recycling team of the garden. Their job might not be as glamorous as pollinating a flower or hunting an aphid, but it is utterly essential for long-term soil health. These insects are responsible for breaking down dead organic matter, things like fallen leaves, dead plants, animal manure, and even other dead insects. They are the engine room of the nutrient cycle, turning waste into wealth. By shredding, chewing, and digesting this organic material, they kickstart the decomposition process. This makes it easier for even smaller organisms like bacteria and fungi to finish the job, releasing vital nutrients back into the soil in a form that plants can absorb. Think about dung beetles, master recyclers who bury and process manure, improving soil aeration and fertility at the same time. Or consider the humble springtails and earwigs, often misunderstood, who work tirelessly in the leaf litter and compost heap, breaking down tough plant fibers. Even some ant species and various beetle larvae play a huge role in this subterranean world, constantly churning and improving the soil. To support this cleanup crew, the answer is simple. Give them something to clean up. The best thing you can do is to mulch your garden beds with organic materials like wood chips, straw, or fallen leaves. This provides food and habitat for the decomposers and protects the soil. Having a compost bin is like building a 5-star hotel for them. It's the perfect environment. Avoiding broad-spectrum pesticides and excessive soil tilling is also key, as these practices can decimate their populations. By nurturing your soil's decomposer community, you are building a foundation of fertility that will support healthy, resilient plants for years to come. Our final category is a bit more nuanced. We're calling them the indirect pest suppressors. These are insects that don't necessarily eat pests or parasitize them, but their presence alone helps to manage pest populations through other means. It's all about competition and disruption. They create an environment where it's simply more difficult for pests to get established and thrive. This is a subtle but powerful layer of defense in a healthy, biodiverse garden, showcasing the intricate connections within an ecosystem. It's not always about direct conflict. Sometimes just being there is enough. A brilliant example of this is the activity of certain ant species. While some ants can be a nuisance by farming aphids, others are incredibly useful. They are constantly patrolling plant surfaces and the ground, and their sheer presence and aggressive territorial behavior can disturb and deter many pests, like caterpillars or beetles, from settling down to lay eggs or feed. They create a no-go zone for would-be invaders. Similarly, the larvae of many hoverfly species, while being voracious predators of aphids, also contribute through their presence, causing other aphids to drop from the plant in alarm, reducing the infestation. Even our native bees can play a role in this. By being efficient and numerous pollinators, they can outcompete introduced species like the honeybee for resources in some contexts, which can be important for maintaining a balanced local ecosystem. The key takeaway here is that a garden bustling with a wide variety of insect life is a more complicated and difficult environment for any single pest species to dominate. By fostering this general biodiversity, by planting a mix of native plants, providing water and avoiding chemicals, you are supporting not just the direct predators and pollinators, but this whole other cast of characters who contribute to a stable and pest-resilient garden through their very existence. And there we have it, a whirlwind tour of our garden's best friends, from the pollinators that give us fruit to the predators that protect our leaves, the parasitoids that act as secret agents, the decomposers building our soil, and the suppressors that keep pests on their toes. It's a complex and beautiful system, and I hope this series has opened your eyes to the incredible drama and importance unfolding in your garden every single day. It's a reminder that the world is so much more intricate than we often give it credit for. But it's crucial to remember one thing: nature is local. While we've talked about these groups in general terms, not every ladybug is the same, and not all ants are helpful. The key is to nurture your local biodiversity. What works in my garden here might be slightly different for you. The best approach is always to encourage a wide variety of native plants and insects, as they are the ones best adapted to create a balanced, self-regulating system right where you are. Researching the specific beneficial insects in your region is a fantastic next step. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the world of beneficial insects here on Agri Chronicles. It has been an absolute pleasure sharing this with you. Now it's over to you. The biggest thank you can give us is to take this knowledge and put it into action. If you found this series valuable, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with a friend who loves their garden or farm. Let's spread the word, and please leave a comment below. Tell us what you're doing to support beneficial insects, or ask us any questions you have. Your ideas shape our future content. Until next time, happy gardening.